ELYSE TV.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven and... Wow, really? Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven and... Happy New Year! It is finally 2017. I know I'm a little bit late with making this video because, I mean, we're kind of, you know, well past the first of the year, but you know what? I was having some technical difficulties this past week, but we're here now. It's still January. We still have time, right? So I wanted to share with you guys some of my goals for the new year for 2017, and also share with you guys some of my tips, advice, strategies for how I personally like to plan, organize, and reach my goals. I mean, there's no point in setting goals if you don't have a plan on how you're actually going to reach them. And I'm not gonna make this video like all like, oh, 15 ways on how to reach your goals. Like, I'm not gonna make it all Pinteresty and like tell you all these things that nobody is really gonna realistically do. I'm just gonna share like a few things that I actually do that actually work for me and that I've kind of like figured out over the years that are actually helpful. So hopefully you get something out of this video. Hopefully it helps you with your New Year's resolution. So first things first, before I get into telling you what my goals are for the new year, I wanna get a few things out of the way. This hair that I'm wearing is my newest wig design with RPG Show. You may have seen the video that I posted. It looks a little bit different now, but this is the same wig. I will link that video down below. I will put the link to this wig if you are interested in it down below. Also, I will link what I'm wearing, and I will link my lip color and stuff too, because I know you guys are always asking me. That's one of my goals for the new year. Make sure I put the links down below. First, I just want to tell you guys what my goal list is looking like for 2017 so far. I mean, I always end up adding a lot of stuff to it, but just my main goals that I've already written down. I just kind of wanted to share them with you guys so you guys can kind of, you know, see what to expect from me coming in the new year, but also so that you guys can like help hold me accountable with these goals. You know, maybe if you guys know what my goals are and you see me slacking or slipping, you can be like, hey girl, you can just tweet me real quick and be like, hey girl, remember those goals? Remember that thing you said you was gonna do? I don't see you doing it. You need to do it. So the first thing on my goal list is to get a separate studio space outside of my apartment, like rent out a whole separate space to use as my office, my filming space, all that stuff. I do not have space in my apartment to film. I thought that I was gonna be able to make it work in here. I thought that it was gonna be, you know, plenty of space, whatever, nothing special, but as I'm coming up with more ideas, as I'm expanding, now that I've started my blog and stuff like that, I need more of a professional setup. At least that's just what I think and that's what I want. And I just do not have an inch of space in here. Right now I'm filming in my bedroom at my makeup vanity, which is really designed to just sit here and do your makeup. It's not really designed to actually film at, but that's where I've been filming this whole time. I've been in this apartment for the past like almost year, and there is zero space to film. I literally have about 5 feet by 5 feet, like just like I'm in this little tiny box, little corner of my bedroom, and that's why my backdrop looks like trash because, well, first of all, it's like I need to get a better backdrop, but it's like literally right behind me, like it's right there. And if you film videos or if you've watched any like setup videos, you know that your backdrop actually needs to be like a few feet behind you to actually look right and have it be blurred out. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into all the technical things. I don't have space to set up my equipment properly. So what's the point of having this equipment if I don't have space to use it? So I really need to rent out a separate studio space. I know a lot of people are asking me why I don't just get a house that has more bedrooms and I can turn one of the bedrooms into a studio. I'm just not in a place in my life where I want to like settle down into an actual house. I tend to move around a lot, so it's easier for me to have apartments and move from apartment to apartment. I don't know, it's just what I feel most comfortable with, just renting apartments rather than renting a house or buying a house yet. But soon come, soon come. I feel like probably see myself being a homeowner probably around the age of 25. I'm 23 right now, so you know, that'll be soon, but just for right now, I'm okay with being in a 2-bedroom apartment and then also renting out a separate studio space. So I did actually find one. The problem is I am on a wait list for it right now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it will become available very soon. So yeah, that's my main goal, like first things first for 2017, but I'm just on a wait list for it right now, but you know, we'll figure it out. The next thing that I wrote down for my goals is to drive more and explore the city more. I live in Austin. I'm from Austin, but I spent my college years in the Dallas area. And I feel like I know more about Dallas than Austin, even though I grew up here and I live here now. I just never really like explored the city in high school. I kind of just stayed in my little neighborhood. You know, I went away for college, and now that I'm here, I spend so much time just to myself in my own little like 5-mile radius. I've never really explored the city. And also with driving, if you've been following me for a while, you may know that I had like, well, kind of had / still kind of have really bad driver's anxiety. It took me a long time to get my driver's license simply because I didn't even want to try to drive. I didn't even want to try to like take the test or anything. Eventually I got it, and I remember that was one of the things that was on my goal, in my goals New Year's resolution video. I think it was like my New Year's video for 2015. I was talking about it, and I did do it. I do have my driver's license. I do have a car. You know, everything is normal now for the most part. And I do feel like I really have gotten over a lot of my driver's anxiety, especially now that I'm a mom. Obviously, like, I can't just not be driving and not have a car. So I drive around with me and Zaya just fine now. I go where I need to go. But I kind of just stick to my own little routine of places that I go to that are really nearby. And I don't really tend to venture out or go explore new places or go explore the city. So I really want to start doing that more, not only to kind of help with my driving overall, but also to just like get out more and explore my city. Because I mean, I've lived here for so long, and yet I feel like there's so much that I haven't seen. Also, going along with that, I want to make new friends and network more, and you know, just get out more and meet new people, because for the past like 2 years, I've been very isolated, because that's kind of like when the college fun life was dying down. I was graduating, all my roommates were moving away, and then I moved to Dallas by myself, and now I moved to Austin by myself. And as it stands, obviously I have Zaya, I have my family, I have my close friends who do try to make an effort to come around, but on a daily basis I am pretty isolated, and I really only do have my little core group of friends who I only get to see every once in a while, because they mostly all live out of town. So I don't really have a big social circle. I don't really like network or really get out much, honestly. So that is one of my goals for 2017, is to spend more time with the friends that I already have, and just make more of an effort to, you know, link up with them and do fun things with them, but also to make new friends, and even not so much just to have like friends, but also just to network business wise and just get out more and meet new people and hang around people more, if that makes sense. My next goal, some people might think is a little bit shallow or whatever, but it's to make 2017 my cute year. If you follow me on Snapchat, I've been talking about this. Hashtag cute year 2017. Being pregnant, and then, you know, these past like 9 months of having Zaya, I've been in mommy mode. I've been in like just YouTuber mode. So I only basically get dressed for YouTube videos. I only put on makeup for YouTube videos. But in a daily sense, I'm in mommy mode. I'm always crusty, as I call it. I'm always no makeup, hair not done, just looking crazy. Like, not even just... There's a difference between just like looking natural, you know, chill, relaxed, and then looking crusty. Like, I'm not talking about just regular natural. I'm talking about crusty. Like, my nails are not done. My nails are like all grown out and broken. My hair is all dry and tangled. My face is just like all dry or broken out or whatever. Like, I'm in like dirty sweatpants, like crusty. That's how I have been looking like every day for the past like year. And it really can do a number on your confidence. It can just, I don't know, it's just not healthy to me to like not take care of yourself like that. And it's not all about like looks and, oh, I'm trying to impress somebody, but it's for myself. It's for me to like wake up in the morning and take care of myself and take that time out of my day. This year, I really want to make an effort to take better care of myself in that sense, and really, you know, take some time out, maybe once a month, to have like a pamper day, you know, go get a facial, you know, get my nails done, things like that, and just, you know, make more of an effort, not just for YouTube videos, but just in daily life, to just, you know, take care of myself. And also, going along with that, I want to gain some weight. I lost a lot of weight with breastfeeding after my pregnancy. I lost a lot of weight. I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I was like, why am I so skinny? I am not used to seeing myself like this. You know, when I lost a couple of pounds, I didn't really care. But once I started, like, I lost like 20 pounds. I was like, no. And it's just weird. Like, I'm not used to seeing my body like that. My body has been the same like my whole life, and then all of a sudden I look different, and it makes me uncomfortable. So I would really like to gain my regular weight back and, you know, kind of get fit. I'm really not one to exercise or work out or be into fitness. I've never been like that. I've never had a fitness routine. I've never really exercised before. But these days I'm kind of like looking at myself like, you know, this might be the time for you to actually think about getting fit, exercising, paying more attention and stuff like that. I'm not gonna fully say that I'm gonna go into full fitness mode because I'm not one of those people, but I'm considering it. Of course, I had to add on here to throw Zaya a bomb first birthday party. I really want to do something really cute, really awesome, really fun for her first birthday. I'm not exactly sure yet. I have some ideas. I have some like theme ideas, but I'm not exactly sure yet how I want to do it. If I want to make it like a thing for kids or a thing for adults, because you know she's turning 1, she doesn't have friends of her own. So I don't know if I should like invite my friends or try to invite other babies. I don't know, but I'm working on that. Either way, I want to do something really cute and really fun. Also, my next goal is that I want to give back more this year. I actually have already made a plan to do a giveaway every month of this year. I've already done one. I did one like for December. I have one planned for January, and I have one planned for February. So my squad members, if you are subscribed to my blog, RavenElyseTV.com, if you sign up to join the squad on my blog, you will be part of the group that will be notified of these monthly giveaways. So if you guys like free stuff, you know, makeup, things like that, then definitely go to RavenElyseTV.com, sign up to join the squad so you can be included for the secret squad giveaways. So that is one thing that I definitely do have set in stone, to do a giveaway every month for that. But just in general, you know, I want to get more involved in terms of giving back to the community any way that I can. In terms of YouTube, I really want to reach 500,000 subscribers, and I'm actually getting pretty close. I think right now I'm at 400, like maybe 440,000 subscribers. So I don't have that much further to go to get to 500K, which is crazy because that's literally 500,000 subscribers, which is insane to me. Like that's huge to me. Like, I'm not even thinking about reaching 1 million. I'm just already just shocked at 500,000. So I think I can set a goal to reach 500,000 by June. I don't know. I'm not going to get too crazy with it because, like, honestly, these days I'm not too wrapped up in my subscriber count. I'm really more focused on just creating content that I like to create, that makes me happy, that makes me proud. You know what I mean? I don't really want to get so wrapped up in getting the most views and getting the most subscribers. But at the same time, it would be freaking awesome to reach 500K. So we'll say 500K by June. And then also, like I said, the next thing on my list is to just create, you know, better content. Like, and when I say better, I mean better in my own personal opinion, because I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of gears turning in my head. I have a lot of like things that I've been wanting to do that for one reason or another I haven't done or I haven't been able to do it. And I just want to like get those ideas out. I just want to like create and just be more creative, if that makes sense. I want to try new things. I want to be more creative. I want to like, you know, do different stuff when it comes to my videos this year. So that's just really a matter of planning, pre-planning stuff, having stuff done in advance to post. So I really need to be better about that this year. And my last goal that I have written down so far, which like I said, I probably will add more to this list, but my last one that I have written down so far is to take a real vacation. I have been invited on a few trips recently, and I have either not been able to go or decided not to go because, you know, I have Zaya and I have other things going on. I'm still very much so in mommy mode, full-time mode, and so I just really haven't taken any trips or vacations. But this year I really want to take like a real vacation. I would love to go somewhere tropical, go to the beach, or even just take like a little vacation to LA, do some shopping, meet up with some people, you know, just really anything that's like fun and relaxing. It really doesn't have to be anything extravagant. So yeah, those are my goals for 2017 so far. I think it's doable. I don't think I put anything too crazy on there. I think I put like some very realistic things on there. So I'm excited for this year. Like honestly, I have been having high hopes for this year since like the middle of last year. Like I have been so ready for 2017. Like don't get me wrong, 2016 was great because that was the year that my daughter was born, so that will always be a special year to me. But 2016 in a lot of other ways was really difficult and not so good, and I just felt like everyone was struggling in 2016. So now that it's finally 2017, I just have such a like renewed vibe. I just feel like, okay, now we can just start over. Now we can just really be popping. But now I want to share with you guys some advice, some strategies, or just what I like to do to actually help me reach these goals. So first things first, writing them down. I was just reading my list that I wrote down. I have this little notebook. It says, life is here, live it. I got this from Home Goods, still has a sticker on there. It was only $5. And I just, I keep this around, keep this near my desk, keep it in my room to just write down any notes that I have, any thoughts that I have in general. But I'm very much so a list maker. I like to make lists of everything, but especially when it comes to plans and goals and ideas, I always like to hand write it out. Something about actually writing it on paper with a pen is way different from typing it up in a document or typing it up on your phone. It's different for different people. Some people don't have any problem with actually typing it on their phone. Some people find that to be more convenient. So whichever way you want to do it, if you want to do it on your phone or actually write it down. But for me, I feel like it's best to actually write it down on paper. So yeah, just make a list. So when it comes to New Year's resolutions, just make a list of everything you can think of right now of what you would like to do for the entire year. It may be a really short list, it may be a really long list, just kind of depends on you and where you're at right now. But just start by making that list. And then you can't just make a list and then just leave it at that. And then, now you have this big, long, scary list. What are you going to do with that? I like to actually take this list and make a list of 2 columns. So on the first column of the list, you just write down all your goals, or let's say all the things that you want to improve, things that you want to learn, things that you want to practice, things that you need to change in any kind of way, all of your goals. And then in the second column next to it, next to each thing, write down a few ways that you can actually do it. So for example, if one of the things on your list is to save money, then next to it I would write eat out less and buy more groceries and cook more, or different little tips like that that can actually help you save money. So you can't just write down save money and then just be like, oh well, how am I going to save money? I don't know, I guess I'll figure it out as I go along. No, actually sit there and think about ways that you can actually do it and write those down right next to the item on the list. So by the end of it, you should have a whole thing of things that you want to work on, but next to each one you should have solutions or ways that you can actually work on it. And taking that time to think about solutions for each thing really helps. Or just breaking down each thing. Like for example, for me with wanting a new studio space, I've kind of already done most of the work, but I would write down research places to rent out, go and take tours, save up money for the rent, buy such and such to go in the studio. Like there's things that you have to do to work towards getting this studio space. What are you going to do? When are you going to do those things? You can even write next to it, a timeline of, January I'm going to do this, February I'm going to do that, and then by a certain month I'm going to get the studio. But you have to like break it down, like really just break it down month by month, day by day of what you have to do in order to make this goal possible. So if it's a lot, you might want to break it down into like each goal has its own sheet of paper. So I actually, back in college, I would basically make posters for my goals, and I would literally hang up these posters in my room. So I would have like a poster that says save $5,000, and then I would write down ways that I'm going to save $5,000, days, when I get paid on the 21st, I'm going to save $100 out of this. When I do this, I'm going to get this money. Like I would break it the whole down into like a whole big old plan, break it down into certain dates, certain months, certain days, certain paychecks, make this whole chart. At the top, I would write, big goal, $5,000, have my whole breakdown, have like a end date. It's always good to have a ending date on it that you want to be done with the goal, that you want to reach the goal by. So let's say, you know, by February 5th, I want to have this goal done. So I would make a whole poster mapping out this whole goal and write it really big at the top and then tape it to my wall right where my bed was. So every morning I would wake up, I would see this poster that says save $5,000, and I would be able to go look down on the poster and say, oh, it's January 2nd. What do I need to be doing today on January 2nd to be able to reach this goal of saving $5,000 by this date, which is February 5th, which, you know what I mean? So it's just really good to have it completely visually mapped out and planned out step by step. And then, like I said, even go so far as to make a poster and tape it on your wall so that you see it every day when you wake up. That was one of the things that I did a lot in college. Like I said, I literally did that with, you know, my money saving stuff. I also did it with like YouTube related goals, certain videos that I wanted to do, or certain, you know, goals that I wanted to reach in terms of like YouTube stuff. I had posters all over my room. Like, you can ask my roommates, they would come to my room sometimes and be like, what is this? And I'd be like, don't worry about it. It's just some stuff I'm working on. But it really helps to just visually see it mapped out. And I would use like colored markers and everything to like really make it pop. When I woke up, I would have to like see this poster and just kind of hold yourself accountable. And also it's having a plan. It's knowing exactly on that day what you're supposed to do, instead of just making this big goal and then being like, well, I guess I'll get there some way, somehow. No, like, it's better to just map it out all at once, write it down, tape it up. So that is my biggest piece of advice. You don't have to tape it on your wall, because I know some people have roommates and they might be kind of embarrassed, or some people are like real picky about not wanting to have stuff all over their wall. I get that, and I probably wouldn't do that anymore either, but I just keep it in my little notebook now, and I keep my notebook in a place where I'm going to actually see it. If you put it in a notebook and you close the notebook and you put the notebook on a shelf and you never open the notebook ever again, that's pointless, because now your whole plan is lost. Like, it's tucked away, you forgot it, you're never going to see it. So if you're going to put it in a notebook, leave the notebook open on your desk or something like that, or at least have it right there. Put it in a cute notebook so it's like eye-catching, so you remember it. The thing is, that's why I don't like to put it in my phone either, because if I make a note in my phone, I close out of the note and then what? Like, I forget about it. I'm not going to remember to go back into my phone, go into the app, open the note, blah, blah, blah. So if you're going to put it in your phone, I would recommend actually using like the little like alarms, calendar, reminder things, to where you're actually setting reminders for each step of the way to pop up and notify you every day of your whole little plan. Because if you just make a note, like I said, you're not gonna like check it every day. So at least set reminders if you're gonna put it in your phone. And then for like smaller things, like smaller daily things, I like to kind of break things down from like yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily. So when it comes to like yearly stuff, I might just have that written down, like a basic yearly list written down in my notebook like I have here. Then when it comes to monthly stuff, I probably will have a monthly calendar where I have things mapped out. When it comes to like little daily things or things that I want to remember to do, you know, this is my list of things to do today, or, you know, just littler things, I actually like to just use Post-it notes. And like my desktop computer has like a little space at the bottom, so I'll just like stick Post-it notes on my computer, because my computer is going to be one thing that I'm definitely going to look at every day. So if I put my Post-it notes right there, I know I'm going to see it. So like in the morning, I might just like take some time out to like make some Post-it notes of like what I have to do that day. And you know, most of the time it might just be like some random stuff like go to the grocery store, but a lot of it does have to do with my overall goals. And so I'll just make little Post-it notes and stick them on my computer. I know a lot of people use this for stuff like, you know, remembering your homework, but you can use it for bigger things too, if that makes sense. And then my last piece of advice is really just to say that you kind of have to be obsessed with your goals, especially if it's a big goal like saving a large amount of money, or buying a car, or reaching like a certain big goal like that. You have to think about it every day. You have to work towards it every day. You can't just say you want to do it and then let weeks and weeks go by without even thinking about it. So yeah, those are really my main strategies. It basically all revolves around writing your goals down and planning everything out down to the detail. Just, you know, take that time out one day to really plan everything out, write it down, make some cute posters, make some cute post-it notes, get yourself a cute notebook, just really write it down. And like I said, if you are going to just use your phone, actually set reminders and alarms and break it down into daily steps. That's really the main thing, is you have to break it down. You have to take this bigger goal, this big scary thing that seems like you're never going to be able to accomplish it, and break it down. What can I just do today to start off? What can I do tomorrow? What can I just step by step take baby steps to help me eventually reach this goal, and actually plan it out for the whole rest of the month or the whole rest of the year, or however long it's going to take you. Write it down and plan it out. And you have to hold yourself accountable every day when you check your calendar and it says, I'm supposed to be doing this to work towards this goal. Did I do it today or not? And you know, if you don't do it, it's going to set you back for the whole rest of the week. I mean, it's like when you miss school and you miss your homework and then you don't do that homework and then you have more homework and then it just kind of like piles up and it snowballs, and then by the end of the year you fail the class. Yeah, I mean, life is like that too. You have to kind of stay on it on a daily basis, weekly basis, whatever, to make sure that you set yourself up for success. You will set yourself up for failure if you procrastinate. If you try to do everything all at once, all in one big chunk, it's not going to work that way. You have to break it down. Break it down into tiny little daily steps, and just be very mindful of these tiny little daily steps, because these tiny steps are what's going to matter in the long run. You may think, oh, it's fine if I don't do that today. Oh, it's fine if I didn't do my daily step today. It's just one little step. But one little step can quickly snowball, like I just said. So that's my way of thinking about it. That's my way that I hold myself accountable. And when I have a lot going on and when I have a lot of big goals, you will see I have post-it notes everywhere. I have notebooks open. I have calendars printed out. I might, like I said, put posters on the wall. I put up reminders everywhere around me. I make lists everywhere around me so that I can just easily look and see what I need to do. Because if I try to keep it all in my head, it's not going to work. I'm not going to remember it. I'm not going to have it straight. I'm just going to be overwhelmed. So I like to just, you know, like I said, break it down, write it down, break it down, break it down, write it down. That's the way we do it. We break it down and we write it down, break it down, write it down, break it down, write it down, write it down, and break it down. But while it is really important to stay on top of your daily step-by-step little baby steps to reach your goals, at the same time, I know it's not 100% realistic to just go hard on yourself every single day nonstop for the entire year. So you do need to include some like rewards, some breaks, some times where you can just chill out or just like reward yourself. I would say to go ahead and plan out times throughout your month or throughout your year where you're going to like reward yourself, where you're going to like take some time off, or just go and have fun, or go do something you like to do, or spend some of your extra money on something that you like to do, or go on a little shopping spree, or whatever, get your nails done, whatever it is that you like to do to reward yourself. You do need to plan that in as well, because also you can just overwork yourself if you don't plan that in. You can just be so focused on your goals, so focused on working, and being so hard on yourself. All of a sudden you look up and you're like, dang, I just like worked myself to the bone and now I'm just so like out of it. Like I tend to do that a lot, where I just like get in the zone and I just go days and days and days of just like being in the zone, and then all of a sudden I like realize that I'm like dead and I haven't done anything fun. I haven't seen any of my friends. I haven't like really enjoyed myself as much as I should. And you know, I'm guessing that most people watching this are probably young, in your 20s or even younger than that. And you know, life is not all about like working and reaching goals and saving money and being the best and, you know, all this stuff that we like hold ourselves to such a high level. And I have a bad problem with doing this, of just having really high standards or expectations for myself sometimes with certain things. And you know, you get so wrapped up in trying to be, you know, on top of that, when you know, at the same time, you kind of just need to live life and have fun too. So I like to just plan that time in, plan the fun times, you know, make plans with your friends for the future. Like say, hey, in March, friend, we gonna go do this. In 6 months from now, we gonna go do this. Even if you have to plan it out like that, make that plan to actually have that free time to reward yourself for working so hard the whole rest of the year. So just keep that in mind when you are making your goal calendar, when you are mapping everything out for your month, for your year. Make sure you leave some space in there to just like chill too. But yeah, that's really all I have. Like I said, the main things that I hope that you guys can take from this, if you haven't already, you know, started doing it already, because I know it's not anything super crazy. Like, I'm not like a genius, like, guys, I figured out the new formula for how to reach your goals. I know it's pretty basic stuff to break it down and write it down, but break it down and write it down, it really does work. And like I said, if you really are trying to be serious about it, make posters and hang them in your room. It might sound stupid, but it really works for me. And all the goals that I made posters of, I reached them in the time that I wrote on there. So it really works for me. So that would be the main thing that I would say for you to try. If not, like I said, just have a notebook, have it in your phone, set reminders, and yeah, break it down, write it down. That's my new thing. I just made up a whole new slogan in this video. But yeah, like I said, I'm really excited for this year. I have high hopes for this year. I'm going into this year with positive vibes. You know, I just feel so much better about this year than any other year in a long time, honestly. Like I just feel like it's gonna be a good one. I feel it for me. I feel it for the people around me. I just feel it. I just really feel it. It's going to be a good year, and I feel like honestly, any year can be a good year if you go into it with the right plan, if you break it down and write it down. So that's what we're gonna do, right? That's what we're gonna do. You and me, all of us, we're gonna do it. We're gonna glow, we're gonna re-glow this year. 2017 is the re-glow year. We are going to regrow, we are going to re-glow, we are going to shine much brighter than we did last year. We are. I'm speaking it into existence. So I hope you guys are excited for this year too. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Let me know down below, what's your biggest goal for this year? I'm interested to see what you guys are going to be up to, what you guys are going to be making posters of to hang up on your walls. Let me know in the comments down below. But that's all I have for this video, so I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!